Hello friends, Fujosevich here, continuing our introductory and first Gauntlet run here in Eternal with our Combrei Light, or basically the Combrei deck that you get when you start the game. We are going to go ahead and keep this hand, because I like this hand quite a bit actually. We're going to be able to go ahead and buff up our turn 2 play right away, ending our turn. I'm definitely not going to be stopping the Hearthstone. Ooh, Rule the Skies deck that we're going up against. This could be an issue for me. I don't have too much flying. I don't have too much flying removal. But I think we will survive. I'll attack in just to see if our opponent's willing to defend here. Oh, not willing to defend. I'm okay with that. Now, hopefully they don't play a 3-2. 3-2 is the worst thing for me. Depleted, I don't think Time where Primal's able to remove this right now. Oh, that's perfect. We're probably going to be taking something out here. We'll get a little bit of this going. We don't need... We could equip this and just make it huge, but let's just attack in with this and see what happens. So here what we're doing is we're going to be using the Warcry ability, I think, on this Crown Watch Paladin as much as we can. And whenever a unit with Warcry attacks, the top unit or weapon of your deck gets +1/+1, which is a really interesting mechanic. So right now, normally I think I would want to play the Copper Hall Recruit and just set up a big defender, but I'm instead gonna buff up my Crown Watch Paladin to continue the Warcry, basically snowballing effect here, and our opponent was not willing to defend us this turn, because I think they realized... Uh-oh, what is this? When you play a unit with 5 or more, draw 2 cards. Oh, this is a lot of flying. I don't have anything to deal with this right now. Oh, that's really kind of strong, but I'm not going to be able to slow my opponent down that much if I do it this way. Hold on, how much do they have right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I do throw out a Praxis right now, they still can't stop us. Which is going to be kind of useful, because I feel like we're just going to be able to steamroll this flying deck. They're either going to have to start defending to start saving their health, or they're going to basically be trading off their units because they're worried. Yeah, well, I think that's the major thing, that they will have to basically trade off their units. And they only attacked with 1, they still want to have some defense. Now they only have 3. And this is really cool. Normally a 2-mana 1-1 draw a card. Now it's a 2-mana 2-2 draw a card, which is always good. Porter being played, that's fine. I'll play my Time Sigil. Will I attack with both is the question. Will I attack with the 4? You know what, I think I will attack with the 4 and we'll see what happens. So we get our buff no matter what happens, whether it dies or lives. The enemy takes a bunch, and I'm going to throw out another... You know what, I'm not going to play anything else. Maybe I should have actually. I regret this. I should have played the 2-5, I think. Stun an enemy unit and we keep it stunned. Oh, that is very painful. Oh, why did he stun the 5-4? That's an interesting choice. And I think the wrong choice. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's not lethal. If I had played this, it would have been. And I will attack with both of these. And if they do decide to defend with anything... So they're only defending there. I could play a fast spell, but I'm gonna hang on to that. This is such an interesting mechanic here that is not native or not included in Hearthstone. It is there in Magic the Gathering. Ooh, what is this? Draw a sigil of your choice from your deck. That's a good early game card, and Time is basically the ramping color or faction, and that's a really big unit. And I think we just attack with everything now, because it's not going to matter. And we, again, continue our buffing. No, we just kill all of their units. It's fine. And there's no way for me to get lethal with the damage going through. And they weren't willing to trade off their unit holding my 5-4 and stun. And... that is a nice bit of lethal. And we're going to keep it going. I've tried to play this game a little bit faster now. So they decided to block our 2 smaller units, but then I buffed up one of our units that we knew was not getting blocked to make sure we got that face damage in. for a little bit of a faster lethal, because I think I've been kind of missing some of those opportunities in previous games, and I want to get a couple more games into these videos. And we'll just go right into our next opponent here. Trying to get through this gauntlet. Ooh, a Combrei, another Combrei deck we're running into. Let's see, what do we have? A bit of ramp and a bit of defense. We have a good 2-drop and a decent 3-drop. And we have this card I would get rid of, but I'm okay with what we have right now. I think we'll be okay. Hey, and we even end up with a 1-drop. So this is a really interesting 1-drop where, again, there's a word here that is not involved in Hearthstone at all, but what you're able to do here is you're able to pay 8 power, and we give this unit +4/+4. So when it's a regular 1/1 at the start of the game, it's basically just a 1/1. And there's nothing very special about that. However, what do we want to play? So they buffed up their unit here. Hero of the People can really steamroll, which is kind of scary. I wonder if they would attack in right now or not. I want to get the war cries going. And I'm not going to attack in, although maybe I should have. Okay, so in that turn I think I should have taken a second. I think I would have attacked in with the Crown Watch. Yeah, now I'm in a little bit of trouble. Oh, now I'm in a lot of trouble. Do we want to draw or continue to play? I think we'll continue to play here. And now the issue is I can't attack with either of these. So I think next turn I might attack with the Bright Mace Paladin, depending on what happens here. And a flying with a war cry. This could be an issue. I am tempted to play the Mantle of Justice. Makes this a 6/6. I'll be able to take out a lot of our opponent's minions here. And he is running out of cards, and I need 3. I need to draw 3 time sigils in order to play the Carnosaur, which is going to be kind of my catch-up mechanism. I don't really need more Justice sigils, so I don't want to play that. The other option is to basically wait on defense and kill off one of these minions. Probably this one, because it's starting to get out of control with my Scorpion Wasp. But I want to be a little bit more aggressive. I'm going to go ahead and attack. Now the question is, should I attack with both? And then risk losing the 1/3? Because if he wants, he basically just trades the 5 in. Then I take out 2 units. I think I have to attack here. And I'll leave the other ones not attacking. And we'll see how he decides to defend. Oh, he did just eat it. See, the thing is, if Killer was activated, this would be very, very good. I will take out the 1/1. I think there's no need for me to take that damage and allow that Warcry to just start doing crazy things. And I can't even play my Scorpion Wasp either now, I just realized. So I will attack again with the 7/7. And our opponent's letting it go through face and letting us continue to get our Warcries off, although our opponent's also getting a Warcry off, so we're going to be trading those back and forth here. Flying, Lifesteal, and Endurance. That's very, very strong. And so now that we have the 1-time sigil, 1 influence here, we are going to go ahead and wait. Now the issue is this thing is just absolutely out of this world, so we're going to go ahead and wait. And we're going to Scorpion Wasp it down. We hope there's obviously not another big minion. Yeah, we will definitely Scorpion here. And then block. And sure, there's a bunch of healing that happens. But I think we're going to be back in the lead now. A 5/5. I think we can spread out the... So yeah, the weapon that I equipped here, Mantle of Justice, goes +1/+1 for each of the Justice influence. So each time I play another Justice Sigil, this unit keeps getting buffed. So this now being an 8/8 is going to attack for sure. But the question is now if I want to actually buff this to also an 8/8, and I think I will. I think there's no reason for me not to just race here. And we take out one of his units for free, which is great. I do a bunch to face. Our units are exhausted. He's going to heal 3, but we have 16 on board, which is fine. And then we have another unit, the top unit or weapon in deck, getting buffed up a little bit, which will be fine. And one more time Sigil, which is fantastic. And this also has lifesteal now, so it's stealing 8 for me. And that time our opponent did actually block. Although it killed their unit, but it kept them alive, so they had to. And now we finally get to see the Carnosaur in action. There's no units for it to attack. And we'll just go in for the quick win. And I'm going to go ahead and cut the video here, but I am going to post the final match of the final game of this Gauntlet run. And there's another really interesting thing I'll just talk about here as in the middle of my ending, in the middle of my outro here. Eternal has a bunch of really cool achievements. You can actually watch and track them. So gaining health was one I knew I was kind of close. There's a bunch for the finishing your first gauntlet and stuff and things like that. So we're going to take a look at that in a second. Well, in a second in the next video. If you're enjoying these, feel free to subscribe if you want to be getting updates for when I'm posting more. I'm going to be trying to rank up as much as I can for Gauntlet Forge and in Ranked. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you next time.